Welcome to my podcast. My name is Peejay Antiporda at samahan niyo ako and let's talk about life and how to get through it. This is my podcast, Paano nga ba? And today we are going to talk about paano nga ba natin mao-overcome ang feeling FOMO. What is the first thing you do in the morning and the last one you do at night? Let me guess. Browsing your social media. Aminin, lahat nga marahil tayo ay nahook na sa SOCMED or social media. According to Statistica.com, social media usage is one of the most popular online activities in 2020. Over 3.6 billion people were using social media worldwide. A number projected to increase to almost 4.41 billion in 2025. Marami rin naman talagang magandang epekto ang ibinibigay sa atin ng mga social media platforms. One of the big positive effects associated with it is that it is easier to get connected to our old friends, neighbors, schoolmates, relatives, and make large number of friends within short time only. Pero dahil nga din sa social media, kung Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other platform ang gamit mo, habang nag-scroll tayo ng mga pinopost ng mga kakilala natin or kahit di naman talaga natin kakilala, may mga pagkakataon na nako-compare natin yung life natin sa kanila. Bakit nga ba mas marami ang napuntahang bansa at tourist destination ng mga friends mo? Bakit mas madami ang nagpa-follow sa kanya kaysa sa'yo? Bakit sobrang daming nagla-like ng mga post niya? Bakit sobrang saya ng mga personalities na pina-follow mo? Bakit successful na yung mga kabatch mo ay ikaw nandyan pa rin hanggang ngayon? Etc. 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 Madalas ba sa mga pagbo-browse natin, sa mga feeds natin sa social media, nararamdaman nating parang napag-iiwanan na ata tayo? Actually, may word para dyan. FOMO or FOMO. Isang acronym na ang full meaning is fear of missing out. FOMO became a popular internet term in the last few years, pero actually noong 2013 pa ay napasali na yung word na yan sa Oxford English Dictionary. At ang definition nga ng FOMO is the feeling of anxiety or apprehension over the possibility of not being included in an exciting event happening elsewhere that others are experiencing. A recent study in this subject defined it as the uneasy or sometimes all-consuming feeling that you're missing out, that your fears are doing, in the know about, or in possession of more or something better than you. Hindi pa tayong lahat familiar sa term na FOMO. Bago pa sa atin ang word na ito. But the feeling itself is not. Yung feeling na dinidescribe natin ay hindi na bago sa atin. Matagal na natin naririnig yung phrases like grass might be greener on the other side. Naranasan na natin ang pakiramdam na ito, missing out on something. At lalo na nga ngayon sa panahon ng digital age and social media kung saan halos lahat ay may access na sa smartphones and internet. Mas madali natin makita kung kumusta na nga ba yung mga kakilala natin at ano nga ba ang pinagkakaabalahan nila ngayon. Dahil dito, we become more preoccupied sa buhay ng iba, sa buhay ng may buhay. And we are trapped in this cycle. It leads us to check social media again and again and again para we don't feel left out and always in the know of the latest happenings. FOMO, or fear of missing out, is a real phenomenon that is becoming increasingly common and can cause significant stress sa ating mga buhay. And it can affect just about anyone. So, paano nga ba natin ma-overcome ang feeling FOMO? FOMO is a social anxiety disorder developed from the belief that others might be having fun while the person experiencing the anxiety is not present. Ito yung halimbawa, may outing ang mga kaibigan mo, biglang meron kang dapat tapusin sa work or sa school. So hindi ka makakasama sa outing. At dahil di ka kasali, Isip ka ng isip na siguro sobrang saya nila sa outing. Ang gaganda ng mga pinuntahan nila. Ang sasaya ng mga kwentuhan nila. Buti pa sila masaya. Buti pa sila magkakasama. Ikaw, eto, napag-iwanan. Di na kasama, di na kasali. Kahit na meron ka naman talagang dapat at mas importanteng gawin at tapusin. FOMO is not just the sense that there might be better things that you could be doing at this moment, but it is the feeling that you are missing out on something fundamentally important that others are experiencing right now. Ito yung pakiramdam or desire to stay continually connected with what others are doing. So ang tendency, browse ng phone mo at login ka ng login sa mga Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok accounts mo para makita mo ang mga ginagawa nila. Gaano ba sila nag-e-enjoy para kung malalaman mo ang mga ito, you don't feel out of the loop. Para pagbalik nila as if parang kasama ka pa rin nila and you don't feel left out sa mga kwentuhan na magaganap. Kaso, paano kung walang internet doon sa pupuntahan nila? Paano kung walang mga posts yung mga friends mo? Then eto na yung FOMO, yung anxiety kicking in. At kahit anong browse mo sa lahat ng mga digital platforms, wala kang makitang post, wala kang mabasang tweet. Ito na yung feeling, that nervousness, that uneasiness. Ito na yung feeling FOMO. I hope I explained it somehow para maintindihan natin ang ibig sabihin nito. Let's be honest, lahat tayo nakaramdam na ng ganyang feeling. Maybe hindi pare-pareho ng intensity, pero we can all relate, di ba? Wala kasing tao na gugustuhin maramdamang napag-iiwanan siya or napaghuhuli. So, paano nga ba natin mao-overcome ang feeling FOMO? Noong wala pang social media, nararamdaman na ng mga tao ang FOMO. Paano? Sa mga kapitbahay nila. Lalo na kapag may bagong delivery ng mga gamit sa bahay si neighbor or may balikbayan box galing sa asawa or anak nila sa ibang bansa. Kapag nagpapagawa o renovate ng bahay, nakakaramdam tayo ng konting inggit sa mga munting success ng mga kapitbahay natin and nakukumpara natin yung katayuan natin sa buhay. So kung noong dati, sa mangilan-ngilan lang tayong kapitbahay natin nakakaramdam ng FOMO, tawagin nating pre-digital age yan. During this pre-digital age or before digital age, people were once trying to keep up with a handful of neighbors. Mangilan-ngilan lang sila. Bilang lang yung mga taong maiko-compare at ikino-compare natin ang ating mga sarili. Pero ngayong digital age or age ng social media, people are now trying to keep up with hundreds, even thousands of social media friends and followers that they have. Kaya nga gaya ng sabi natin kanina, new term yung FOMO, pero yung feeling na ito hindi na bago sa ating mga tao. It's human nature to always compare our lives to those of others. Why do we envy those who are more popular or successful? When someone else achieves or gains something, why do we feel like we've lost out? Why do we psyche ourselves into believing that others always have it better than us? Jobs, opportunities, friends, social lives, experiences, partners in life, kids, etc., etc. The better of everything. So, hindi lang dapat yung paglaganap ng social media ang dapat nating iturong responsible for creating feelings of FOMO. But yes, we can't deny that social media makes it easier for people to indulge in those feelings. And yes, looking at others' lives on social media for hours each day can exaggerate those emotions. According to research, people with a high degree of FOMO feel less competent, less autonomous, and less connected in their daily lives than the average person. People with strong feelings of FOMO also reported na madalas at labis-labis na oras ang kanilang ginugugol sa social media. And so hindi man lubusang dapat sisihin ang social media sa pagkakaroon natin ng feeling FOMO, but it does really significantly a contributing factor to feeling that way. According sa mga participants ng research na isinagawa patungkol dito sa subject ng pagkakaroon ng feeling FOMO, Yung social media daw affects their self-esteem and the ability to feel satisfied in their own lives. Kapag nakikita nila yung mga features and status updates on Facebook or Instagram, they develop a fear that they are missing out on the happiness, success, perfect families, and exciting experiences that everyone else seems to have. Nandiyan na rin ba tayo sa status na ganito? Ganito na rin ba yung level ng nararamdaman natin habang nakikibalita tayo sa mga posts ng iba? Huwag nating hayaang tanghayin tayo ng ganitong pakiramdam. So, paano nga ba natin mao-overcome ang feeling FOMO? Mula pagkabata, lagi ko naririnig at tinuturo sa akin yung reverse psychology. Ayaw na ayaw ko ng ampalaya pero ang turo sa akin ng mga ate ko kapag kumain ako nito, instead na isipin kong mapait ito at lalong malasahan yung pait, isipin ko na melon yung kinakain ko. Para kahit mapait siya, tumatamis yung lasa sa isip ko. And yes, it works. Favorite ko na ngayon ang ampalaya. So gamitin din natin yung technique dito to combat FOMO. Instead na malungkot tayo, matakot at magamba sa mga bagay na meron ng iba at wala tayo, palitan natin yung fear ng opposite nito. Ano ang opposite ng fear? Yes, tama. Joy. Magkaroon tayo ng JOMO or JOMO or joy of missing out. Let us learn to embrace the choices we made and find joy in our present status and situation. Let's find joy sa kung anong wala tayo at meron ang iba. Kung lahat ng kabatch mo ay happily married na at ikaw na lang ang single, instead na malungkot dahil single ka pa rin, hanapan mo ng joy ang pagiging single mo. Like, ikaw pa rin ang may hawak ng lahat ng oras mo. Di ba masaya yon? You can go anywhere you want to, na hindi mo basta-basta magagawa kung married ka na and more, may sarili ka ng pamilya. So, find joy, find happiness sa mga bagay that you're missing out. Kung talagang every time na titignan mo yung feeds or mga posts ng mga friends mo, nararamdaman mo yung feeling FOMO, then it's time for you to disconnect. Yes, it is not practical to delete or deactivate your social media accounts in this age. But what I am saying here is at least give yourself some time to live your life away from social media. Sabi nga ng isang quote, sometimes we need to disconnect in order to reconnect with what truly matters. Kung sa kakatingin natin sa post ng iba, nakakalimutan na natin na blessed tayo na mayroon tayong pamilya, mga kaibigan na maaari mong kausapin at kulitin ng personal. May work na sumusuporta sa ating mga pangangailangan at sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. Kung ibubukas lang natin talaga yung ating mga mata sa tunay na buhay, malayo sa mga filtered na mundo sa loob ng ating mga gadgets, we can truly appreciate the lives that we have. A life that others don't have. Kaya deactivate din tayo paminsan-minsan. Kung compare tayo ng compare sa buhay ng iba dahil sa mga post nila, remember that what is posted on social media is not usually what it seems. Marami sa mga posts ang filtered, gaya nga ng sabi natin kanina, Photoshop or manipulated para magmukhang sobrang saya at sobrang ganda ng mga pinagpo-post nila at pinaggagawa nila. Most of the time, people don't typically post the whole truth on social media. Para sa isang selfie post na ma-view ng lahat, sang katutak na picture muna ang kukunin niyan at typically only post their best selfies. And syempre, di naman nila ipopost yung pangit na anggulo nila or yung di masyadong exciting na photo sa lugar na pinuntahan nila. Everything is filtered and surgically selected. Tandaan natin yan. At kahit sino pa mang tao, meron tayong kanya-kanyang pinagdadaanan. Kaya huwag tayo masyadong padala sa mga nakikita at nababasa natin sa social media. Remember, no matter how perfect or interesting a person's life seems, everyone has bad days. So, let's not want perfection sa buhay natin para maging katulad tayo ng mga nakikita natin sa social media. At huwag nating isiping perfect yung buhay nila. Kaya dapat ganun din tayo. Tandaan natin, we were born to be real, not to be perfect. Kaya laging magpakatotoo tayo. One wise man said, I don't need a perfect life. I just want to be happy. Surrounded by good friends who love me for who I really am. At ito, lagi ko nababanggit sa mga nakaraang podcast ko, but it is always the first thing to do in order to solve or tackle any problem or issue. And that is to admit that you have a problem, that you have this feeling of FOMO. Admitting and accepting that you have anxiety can feel like your secret has been unleashed. And in that very moment of acceptance, mararamdaman mo agad na para bang nag-i-start na agad gumaan yung pakiramdam mo. Just by acknowledging to yourself that you have a problem. Kapag kasi tanggap natin na may problema tayo, only then lang tayo nakakapag-isip ng paraan para masolusyonan natin ito. Sabi nga, what you deny or ignore, you delay. What you accept and face, you conquer. Accepting the problem is the first step towards resolving it. So kapag na-accept na natin na may problema tayo, itong feeling FOMO, then go back to what we discussed earlier and itry natin gawin yung mga simpleng bagay na ito para di nating maramdaman ang feeling FOMO. So paano nga ba natin ma-overcome ang feeling FOMO? Marami tayong kinakatakutan, marami tayong mga bagay na doon nating inilalagay ang lahat ng energy natin. Sa iba't ibang bagay natin inaasa ang ating kaligayahan, thinking that we need those in order to be happy. At kapag wala tayo ng mga bagay na ito, it makes us afraid, anxious, concerned, and worried. Kaya naman, habilin sa atin ni Jesus sa Luke chapter 12 verse 15, ang sabi doon, "And Jesus said to His disciples, watch out. Guard yourselves against every form of greed. For one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." Let us not be deceived of the promises of things in this world and always look for ways to accumulate them, thinking that we will kinda have a life by having them. Instead, focus on God and the life He has given us and the life He has in store for those who will truly trust and have faith on Him, the author of life. Above all else, He is all we need. Sabi nga, God is enough. God is more than enough. If we have Him, we have all we need. Sabi nga ng awitin ng Faith Music Manila, wala nang hahanapin pa. Wala nang nanaisin pa, kundi mamalagi sa piling nyo, aming Ama. Wala nang papantay sa'yo, nag-iisang Panginoon. Kaya ang naisin ng puso ko sa piling nyo. So paano nga ba natin ma-overcome ang feeling FOMO? Embrace the opposite of FOMO, which is joy of missing out. Find happiness in what you're doing and the choices that you made. Limit your social media intake. You don't need to see all those notifications appearing in your gadgets every time. Be grateful for each day and try redirecting your focus to the positive aspects of your life and not of others. Remember, there is no perfect life, no perfect marriage, no perfect friends. But even if life seems never the way we want it, we must live it the best way we can. Instead of running after things that don't really give us the true and everlasting joy, let us focus our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Salamat for joining my podcast. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let me know your thoughts and I hope to see you again in our next episode. So this is Paano nga ba with Peejay Antiporda signing off and saying, God bless us all.